Okay, guys, today I am playing Command and Colors Ancients, and I'm waiting for my friend Virgil to come over so we can get down on the Battle of Ticinus River. This took place in 218 BC. I don't know which side I'm going to be playing as of yet. I think you can see the majority of, if not all of the units from this angle. This will not be the angle that I'm going to record this battle from. I'm kind of going to do it from a diagonal angle since I'm going to be sitting probably right where the camera is at right now. But you should be able to get to see the majority of all the card draws, not a whole lot of the actual dice rolls, although I'll try and move the dice to a place where you can see. That way you can actually see what we rolled and what exactly is transpiring on the battlefield. So, like I said, this battle took place during the Second Punic War during 218 BC. And this was against the Carthaginians up in the Po Valley. They had just crossed the Alps and they took refuge in the valley and began to recuperate and rest Hannibal's soldiers so they can get back into more of a fighting condition. In the meantime, they were also attempting to recruit a lot of the Gallic tribes around in the area of northern Italy. Some of them resisted and they were squashed without mercy and pretty much convincing the other Gallic tribes to join up with Hannibal. Uh, Publius Scipio, who was the Roman commander who knew Hannibal was coming from the north, was in a desperate measure to pretty much try and recruit as much forces. He was counter recruiting as many Gauls as he could. He didn't have much forces with him. He had a hefty gathering of Roman cavalry. I believe they were Roman cavalry, as well as a large detachment of light infantry, or the velites as they are otherwise known. I think I got one sideways right there. Let me fix him. But basically, this was mainly a cavalry engagement between the two opposing belligerents here, with the exception of the Roman velites that were screened out front. Now, historically, right when this battle was joined, the Carthaginian heavy cavalry up there in the center pretty much rode down the velites, caused them to retreat behind the Roman cavalry, at which time it was a very large cavalry engagement. It was a long and arduous battle between the Carthaginians and the Romans. Eventually, the lighter Numidian cavalry on Hannibal's side managed to flank around the Roman cavalry, get behind them, run down all the velites, and then turn back around and strike the Roman cavalry from their rear, pretty much securing a Carthaginian victory there. Publius Scipio managed to escape on his own and get away and attempt to, relay some of the intelligence of what he learned from this battle, which probably wasn't as successful as he had hoped. And the Romans learned a lot of hard lessons during the Punic Wars over and over again. They just refused to take anything that they had learned and put it into use for future battles until way later on. But, we all know the history of how the war eventually turned out for the most part. Um, the Carthaginians were led at this time during this battle by Maharbal, which is over there on the left flank, the top left, with some of the Numidian light cavalry. Hasdrubal was in the center of the Carthaginian army, and he was with the heavy cavalry there. And then you had Mago, who was over on the Carthaginian left, which is our right side, with the other Numidian cavalry up there in the top right. The only leader that the Romans had was Publius Scipio, and he is down there in the center on the bottom, as you can see, with one of the Roman medium cavalry. During this game, the War Council stats the Carthaginian army. Their main leader was Hannibal, of course, but he does not appear on this battlefield. They will get 5 command cards and they get to move first. The Roman army, like I said, Publius Scipio has a command value of 4, so they will only be able to hold on to 4 command cards at any given time. That's going to give a slight advantage to the Carthaginians, not as much as Bagardus, the last battle we played that I did a session report on Board Game Geek for. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out. Anyway, the victory requirements are going to be 6 banners for either side. And the special rules is that the Ticinus River is not fordable. So the river right over on the right hand side, you can see a little bit of it, basically is a borderline constricting the battlefield by about 1 hex over on the right hand side. So the battlefield's a little bit more narrow than if it was an open battlefield. So that's pretty much the introduction. That all being said, I have gamed this quite a bit with my son. Many of the different scenarios, I have all the expansions for it. More than likely, I will be recording several of these battles with my friend Virgil. He is new to wargaming, and he's come over many different times and seen me playing all sorts of different games. Sometimes he is interested in some of them, others not so much, or he's not impressed with, but one day I got him to sit down and play a game of Command and Colors with me, and he enjoyed it very much. And ever since then, we play about once a week. We've been playing all the scenarios in order. My goal is, like I said, to play every scenario out of every expansion with this, with Virgil. And hopefully, afterwards, he'll be more interested in moving on to other games. He seems interested in the card driven aspects of certain games. So I was thinking maybe Combat Commander after this, or something else. I do have some other card driven games that we might try out, but for the most part, he seems to like this. He does do some miniature wargaming with me here and there every so often, but in terms of hex encounters, he's pretty much, stayed away from for the most part and up until now. So I'm really excited that I finally found a game that I could get him interested in the hexes and get him used to interpreting the different rule sets for them and all sorts of different good stuff. So I'm pretty thankful for that, and I'm enjoying this very much. So anyway, he should be over here in the next 15 minutes or so. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and talk for that long. And when he gets over here, he's going to pick his side. He's going to either choose to be the Carthaginians or the Romans. And for the majority of the games we play, he usually picks the Carthaginians because he has pretty good luck or perceived tactical ability with them. I have yet to tell him, well, that's because, in the early Punic Wars, the Carthaginians pretty much stomped the Romans. And historically, it's reflected in this game rather well with the war council system and the card hand limits and everything else. The Carthaginians have a lot of different advantages in these early wars. So as we play through them, I am excited to see kind of the tables shift, the balance of power, and come back in my direction. And once that happens, I'm not going to let him jump over the Romans. So anyway, we'll get this started here in just a minute. Like I said, I'm going to be recording from a diagonal angle. That way you can get kind of a different mix. You can still see the units, hopefully, of what they are represented, whether heavy cavalry, light infantry, whatever. See the card draws. I'll try and show what card we are playing, not card draws, but the card plays, as well as the dice rolls. The dice rolls, like I said, probably be off screen, but I'm going to do my best to slide them on over to where you can see the rolls. Anyway, we'll be right back once we sit down and start this game off. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, so we had a little malfunction with the camera. Anyway, we started off the game here already. There was only 2 plays on Virgil's part and 1 play on my part. So the first turn, Virgil had a move fire move card, and he ordered 4 of his Numidian cavalry right up here and launched javelins at my velites that were out front. He did not have any hits, and then he also used that card to move straight back out of range of me. On my turn, I used a 2-unit right and moved my medium cavalry up just a little bit to kind of threaten the Numidian light cav. And afterwards, he played an order heavy mounted heavy troops, and he moved up 2 of his heavy calves right in the center of his line, and he positioned his other 2 kind of in the flanks on the rear there for reserve. Now it's going to be my turn, and I am going to play 3-unit center here. So what I am going to do is I am going to move my velites there, there, and there. I don't know how wise of a decision that is, but we are going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do some firing here. So they are going to fire at the Numidian Cav on the outside flank. It'll hit on a green, and that's nothing. They are going to shoot at them on a green, nothing, and they are going to shoot at them.
Green.
You know what? They're going to shoot at your leader's heavy cav, and they did not get anything. So a whole lot of nothing from me as well. I'll go ahead and draw my fourth, and now it is Virgil's turn again. He's going to order mounted, issue an order up to a number of mounted units and or leaders less than or equal to your command. So he has a command value of 5, and he has all mounted troops. So he can issue order to any 5 of them at this time. He could, from what I see,
I can just stand there.
you can just stand there. With, you can shoot with those 3 and then move these guys, over here, start peppering them if you wanted to.
Ooh, man. So we're gonna take, we're gonna do this.
Okay, go ahead and whichever. Do your movement first if you're gonna do movement.
No movement at all. They're gonna just fire.
Nothing from them either. Because you can do up to 5. This will be 3 activations. So you have 2 left.
We're gonna let's see this. Okay.
They can move up to 4, so they could. That's 2, so you could move them there. And
yeah, but be by themselves. I need to be in a closer proximity. There we go.
Okay, so now we'll go ahead and do firing then.
How many?
You can start off with whichever one you want. They didn't move, so they'll get 2 battle die here.
On green?
And who are you shooting with? Those guys at them, so on green. Those are the use cards.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
That's your hand there.
Why do I have 4 cards?
Because you haven't drawn your 5th one yet.
Oh, that's right, 5. We used to think of it as 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got that taken care of. I'm firing on green, correct?
Yep. Ooh, 2 hits from those light infantry here. So, okay, now who's your next unit that's going to fire? You got 2 guys left.
I figure we're going to take those
same guys. All right, 2 die on green. Nothing. And then that's your 3rd unit that you activated. Who are they firing at? Them? Nothing. Okay. So that's going to be Virgil's turn here. And I'm going to play order 3 units right. So the only 3 units I have are right here.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to charge.
Center?
Huh?
No,
this is right.
Oh, okay. I'll keep forgetting.
So 1, 2, they're going to charge in on those cav. They're going to charge on those cav, and these guys are going to hang tight right there. So we're going to do shooting first. They're going to throw javelins at that Numidian cav, so they get 2 because they didn't move. So on green, nothing. And then you will get to choose if you want to evade.
They haven't attacked them. They haven't attacked them.
But you get to choose first if they're going to evade, because if they evade, then I'll only hit on greens instead of greens and swords. But then you have to move at least 2 hexes back. But I won't hit on swords. So if you're gonna, well, hold on, are you gonna evade with those guys? So before you evade, though, I get to attack. Medium cav are gonna get 3 battle dice, and they're only gonna hit on greens instead of greens and swords.
That's me.
So 1. And then they and then they evade 2 spaces. And then are they gonna evade too?
Mm-hmm.
So on greens only. Nothing. So they still have to evade. So okay. And now it is.
Those guys.
They already fired, right?
Yes,
they did. Okay, so it's your turn now.
Sweet.
While he's thinking about that, I'm gonna pause this real quick. All right, he's made up his mind, and he's gonna darken the sky there. So, I don't think that was a very wise time to use that card. The only unit you have in range is right there.
Okay.
So he can fire twice at any unit there. He can hit any of these guys right here. He's gonna throw javelins at the medium cav. So you're gonna get 2 battle die. You'll hit on blue. Nothing. And then he gets to fire again. Nothing.
Shoot. Okay.
Card. So this is kind of a wasted card here, but my options are very limited. I could do that. I'm gonna save that here though. So I'm gonna use inspired leadership any section, and that's +3. You know, I only got 1 leader on the field, Publicipio. So he can only move by himself because he's not linked here, but he can move right up in there. Now he has formed a group there. So that is going to be my turn. And now Virgil can go ahead and go. He's going to do move, fire, move again. However, he keeps on coming up with that card.
That card.
So, all right. So he can stay and shoot with 2 battle die and still move afterwards if you want, or you could leave him there. And then the rest of your guys, you can move him. You know, you got all sorts of light guys around. So pretty much everybody but your heavy cav.
They can hit within 2, right?
Yeah. So they can move there. They can move there. You could also move them up like right there if you wanted to.
Yes.
Then you got 2 more guys that you can move from this side if you want.
Any of these guys, right?
Huh? No, not the heavy, but any of those 4 right there. Those are lights.
These guys?
Yep. Okay. So then they are going to shoot, right?
Yep.
Okay, so they're gonna, did they move or
they didn't move
they
at
were
all.
there, right? Yeah, okay. So however you want to do it first, you get 2 with them, 1 with those guys.
Okay, one of these guys. Blue, right?
2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blue?
On blue. Nothing. And them? Okay.
Blue?
Nothing. They get 2 die?
Blue.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then that's it. So now they can move again if they want, or you can move. Which guys did you move up here? Them and them. Yeah, those 2. So you could move them even closer if you wanted to, because they can move since.
How close can they hit?
Same range, 1, so 2. They could hit if you move right there. Then you can shoot. Okay. Those guys were already there.
Okay.
So it was those guys.
Okay, that's right.
Again.
They can move within. And in unison. They're linked, right?
Yep. Okay, I am going to order 2 units left. So I'm going to order my 2 medium cav over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So they're going to attack them. Do they want to stand or are they going to evade?
They'll evade.
Okay, so I'm only going to hit on green. 3 die. Nothing. Now they got to evade 2 spaces. And then they're going to attack them, evading. Only on green. Nothing. So, whole lot of nothing there. And now it is Virgil's turn again.
unit center.
Virgil is going to play order 4 unit center, and this is looking a little deadly for me. So, and anything on that line too is considered center. So
Okay.
you can move, basically, these are your options to go right here.
Alright, so I can basically move up and hit those guys. We're gonna keep them there. They're gonna be deadly. But these guys can move forward, right?
Or they can just stay there and attack. You can charge with your heavy cav.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing with these guys.
Those are light cav.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Heavy. Okay. Oh, they have to move forward to do it too, right? They can hit from 2 spots?
No, you gotta hit adjacent.
Okay.
You gotta be in close combat. So there you go. And so you have 2 units left. You could stand. You can just stand and shoot with those guys against them, or you can move him up, shoot one. You can move them.
He's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna shoot with these guys.
These two.
Yeah.
Okay, they can hit them
They can hit
or them, and they can hit them.
We're gonna hit those two right there.
Okay, so you'll get 2 die. Then you'll hit on green. Nothing. And then they're gonna shoot
On blue.
on blue.
Nothing.
Okay.
Right.
And then close combat on the heavy cav, they're gonna get 4 dice, and they can choose to attack either one of those. Who are they gonna attack? Them. Okay, I'm gonna evade. I think they can evade. I gotta look that up actually to see if Velites are gonna be able to evade a heavy cavalry. Let me check that out 1 second. And that's what I thought. Light infantry, like Velites, can always evade. So they're going to evade that heavy cavalry charge. So you're gonna roll 3 die. I believe it was 3 or 4. 4 die, and you're only gonna hit on green circles. Just roll right there. So 1 hit.
Oh, them.
No, they're out of range.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So keep forgetting.
2. And then they can only attack them. I'm also going to evade there.
They get leader, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't count when I'm evading, so you still only hit on green. And that's going to be 1. They're going to evade. Now Publius Scipio is kind of left hanging out there in front. We'll see what he can do here. So, did you draw your 5th?
Let's see. What did I do it? I did. That's different. Oh, I can see what you do now.
There's only so much I can do with all. I'm going to do mounted charge here. So I can order up to 4 mounted units, and they will battle with 1 additional die in close combat this turn. So I can do up to 4. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Do I want to keep on pressing their light cav, or do I want to try and let's do this? So that unit will go there. This unit will go in there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So, and they are going to get to battle with 4 dice here.
Okay.
And let's handle these guys first. So they're going to evade.
What do they hit on? Swords and green, right?
Swords and green, but if they evade, it'll only be green.
We'll go evade.
Evade, so only green. So 1 hit. And now they evade. Okay. And then they're going to attack them. They cannot evade because this is heavy cav, that's medium, so they're faster.
Okay.
So they will get to battle back, though, with 4 die. So, and...
The leader.
Yeah, but they're adjacent, so I don't think that counts. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, so on reds or swords. And I did get 2 retreats. So they are going to have to retreat a total of 4 hexes. Oh yeah, so yeah, -1. So they got to retreat 2 hexes. Good call. Fall right back there in line. That's going to take care of that. And then they're going to attack first. Are they going to evade? They can, because they're light cav. Are they going to?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 die does the mounted charge, and on green only. 2 hits. And then he's going to have to take a leader loss check. On 2 leaders, he's going to die. No. Okay. And now they evade. Okay, so now they're going to, are they going to evade?
Sure.
Okay, so only on green, nothing. And now they evade?
Yeah.
Can't evade sideways, so your only option is there.
Okay. I can dig it. What's that card you play? What was the name of that card?
Mounted charge.
I like that shit. It's like the heavy guys or any guys?
All mounted, so basically that'd be your whole army.
Damn. Let's go counterattack.
Counterattack, I knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming.
I did. Virgil just played a... Oh, no, that's coordinated attack, not counterattack. But thanks for showing me your card.
My bad. I'm just use that one.
Counterattack? Okay, Virgil's going to play a counterattack, and he just showed me another card from his hand. But it's
that you'll never see.
So,
that you will never see.
Counterattack, issue the same order that your opponent just played, which is mounted charge. He can order up to 5. What is it? Less than or equal to command. So up to 5, and units battle with 1 additional close combat. So you could order all of your heavy cav. Of course, you could charge them, and do whatever you want to do with them, and plus still have 1 light infantry left as well. That's probably, if it was me, I'd focus on your heavy cav, getting them in the center, into the thick of things there.
Yeah.
So 1.
They move how many? 2?
Heavy cav move 2, yes.
They can't attack.
So you could move them there, and they could get in, and then they could, go this way or that way.
I want these guys. They can't move backwards though.
Yeah, they can. I don't know why you'd want to, but the bonus die.
I know, yeah.
Okay. And then those guys too, if you want to. So and then you got 1 unit left.
Are they heavy or light?
Those are light. You can see by the green circle.
These are still heavy. Do I move them guys?
Yes, all 4 of your heavies have been moved.
So you got 1 more light.
Yes.
That light unit.
Yeah.
Okay. Those guys, right? And light unit can move how many?
3, 4. So you can move them up to shooting range or into combat if you want. But if you move them into combat, I'm going to get a battle back.
And they can shoot from 2.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so you want to handle your shooting first or your close combat?
We're going to go shooting first.
Okay, so they can only hit them. So 1 die on blue.
Pick up this deadly card that I need to pick up. Oh, shoot, okay, that works. 1 die on blue. That's some shitty shit. Nothing.
All right, now you have them and them and them and them to attack with. So you want to handle them first. So they're going to get 4 attack die. I could evade. No, I'm going to stand and battle back.
So swords and greens?
Swords and blues. Nothing. So I'll get 3 die on battle back. And it'll be swords or reds.
There we go.
Nothing. Complete stalemate there. So then you got still your 3 heavies to go with right now. 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 4 die on blues and swords. I'm going to battle back. But 1 retreat and 1 blue. So you'll get that. And I will not get to battle back. They don't have any place to retreat to because their paths are cut off. That's why I did that. By the way, so their retreat spaces are 3, so they're going to lose both of those remaining blocks because they don't have a path to retreat. So you get 1 victory banner. And I just got caught up in an anvil, hammer and anvil.
Yeah, I had to do that. That's why I had to get the niggas.
And now they can attack. Oh, you want to do them? No, they just attacked.
They did? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So this is your. You have them.
Yeah, them. That's what it's looking
Okay, so 4 attack.
Blues and swords.
I'm going to evade that, so only on blues. Nothing. So 1, 2, and then they can attack there. Oh, you know what? Heavy cav. They do have momentum.
Oh, he did have momentum, huh?
Yep. So they could have moved right there. You want to move them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to attack there?
Yeah.
With them? Okay, go ahead.
3, 4. Is it 4? Or is it, how many am I doing with?
4 die.
Okay. Are you gonna evade?
Yeah.
Okay.
So only on green. 1. 1, 2. And they can still momentum again, but they cannot attack again.
My fucking shit. I'm not going in there to the Vipers.
They don't have anybody they can attack now. So.
Okay, hold on. Those guys have an attack.
Yeah, they shot. Remember, that was the first thing you did.
I already had tackle. I hit nothing.
And I battled back nothing, so
okay,
that's
so
it.
we good.
I'm going to play Inspired Central Leadership, which is up to 4 with my leader. My leader's here. I'm going to activate these 4 right here.
Okay.
So they're going to charge in on a leader. We're going to have a battle of leaders. Those 2 are going to stand and shoot. 1, 2. 1, 2. So these 4 right here were activated plus them. So we'll do shooting first. These guys are going to shoot. These 2 did not move. So they're both going to be shooting at them. So they each get 2 die. I'll just roll 4 all at once.
Okay.
It'll be on red. Oh, man. That's the whole unit right there.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I just killed the whole unit with 3 squares. And now I got to do a leader loss check. So 1 die. And on a leader, he's dead. Boom. So I just got 2 battle flags for that. That was an amazing move right there. Very lucky on my part, I think. Now I still have, well, they activated, but my movement's already done. So now these 2, they're out of range, but they can shoot 1 die, and it'll be on red.
Okay.
And nothing. So now it will be Virgil's turn. That was a great play.
What are medium troops?
You don't have blue. You don't have any. I do. I have mediums.
Okay.
That was a hard hit for the Romans. We'll be right back while Virgil decides. Virgil is going to order a coordinated attack, so issue orders to 1 unit and or leader in each section. So that can be your center or your left section. So that's going to be your left, this is going to be your center, and they're going to be your right. Okay, are they going to stand and shoot or charge in?
They charge in, will they lose?
You're going to probably get messed up.
Who's standing and shoot?
So, and then, so where are they going to move? They're going to go in here, there, wherever you want.
Here.
There.
I ain't fucking with your guys. I ain't finna get hit by 3 niggas.
Right. And they're going to stay right there.
No, they're going to go in.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They're going to stay right there.
Yeah.
So you want to do your shooting or close combat first? So shooting, 2 die. Blue. On blues. 1. All right. And now close combat, which one do you want to do first? Them. So you're going to get 4 die. I'm going to stand and battle back too.
What am I hitting on?
Swords or blue.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and you got 1 hit. I'm going to battle back with 3, and it's going to hit on swords, leader, or red.
What's up?
So it's 1 red and 2 retreat. So you lose 1 block, and then they have to retreat 4 hexes. So they're right there. There you go, 4 hexes.
Works.
And then them. So you're going to get 4 die. You'll hit on swords and blue. 2 hits. Maybe should have evaded with that unit, but oh well. So I'll battle back with 3, and I'll hit on swords of blue, or swords of red.
1.
And it'll be 1 plus a retreat.
No, I'm out.
You were there?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Okay.
Or there. Whichever space you want to go to. Okay. So that takes care of Virgil's turn.
Did I pick up anything? Okay, I did, yeah. All right. Okay, let's see what's up. What's up?
I'm going to order 2 units center.
Come on,
And
come on in. I want that one in. I would.
maybe we can try a repeat of the last turn here, except I won't get double die. They only get 1 each, so 2 die, I'll roll them at the same time. They'll hit on greens. I'm looking for at least 1 green circle. Yeah, and I got it. So,
He dies?
well, not him, yeah. They're going to do a leader loss check. So I get 1 victory banner for a unit. And now leader loss check, 1 die on a single. And did not get the leader though, so now he has to evade. He could go really to any of those units. He's going to join up with the heavy cav. So now he fell back and joined up with the heavy cav. I'm halfway to victory over here, folks. Virgil's going to play outflanked, so issue an order to 2 units and or leaders in both the left and right sections. That's a pretty good card, man. I wish I was getting your card draws.
I need this shit. This is not a need, man. You don't need
So
it.
you got 2 from each side.
They can only move 2, correct?
Yeah, they could get in, they could charge. Or you could just, whatever, I don't know.
Hmm.
They could stand and shoot would probably be a better idea for them. They could charge in.
Okay. So that these 2 kind of moves. This has 2
Yeah.
moves there. Okay.
They can stand and shoot just there if they wanted to.
These guys can move here and still
They
shoot.
can get all the way up there. And then that way, in case they don't kill them, they can be a backup, kill them, or if they're dead, they can shoot at them instead.
Okay, we're gonna do the shooting phase for these guys first.
Okay.
Hold on, I need some more cards.
So they did not move, so you'll get 2 die.
Ooh, okay.
2 die, and you'll hit on blue.
That ain't my color today. Blue is not my color. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then you want to do close combat, so 4 die. And I'm going to evade, so you only hit on blues. 1. Good thing I chose to evade, because he would have wiped that unit out.
Okay.
So, and now you have them, they did not move, so 2 die on blue. Nothing. And then them, you're going to go after them or them? You sure? You wipe them out, get the victory flag.
I guess.
It's up to you, I don't care.
Blue.
I'm blue. And he got him.
Take that motherfucker away. I don't want to look. Oh, take that sucker away, man. I believe he had it coming.
That's it for his turn. Should I press the center attack?
You should.
I really don't. Let's do order 4 units right. I'm just going to try and flush some of these cards out of my hand here. So we'll go 1, 2 there. 1, 2, 3 there. And then that's all my units right. So I just cleaned out my right side. He's the only guy who can do anything. He's going to shoot at them. So on red, nothing. Okay. And now it is going to be Virgil's turn. Virgil's gonna order 2 units center here. So any of these 4 units, you can activate up to 2 of them. They're gonna charge in with the heavy cav. Oh, and them. You can move them up, but they won't be able to get up here. They can still get up a little bit.
You know, both they move too, right?
Yep. So who are they gonna attack? Them.
Cause I don't need them in the way of that. Okay, I need them to be in the way of that.
So you get 4 attack die, and I'm going to evade.
Of course.
So only on green.
Only on green.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. 1, 2. You know what? I want him to be able to reach. I learned my lesson the first time.
That's why I had it back there. Like, you can't get past this.
Okay, now it's my turn.
I need a card. Okay, I'll use that again, I guess.
I'm going to. Let's see if I can. Man. It's a risky move if I did that. I'm going to order 3 units left. And I only have 2 units on my left. So they're going to move there. And they will move there. I'm going to do shooting first. Get 1 die on green. Nothing. And now I get 3 times. Are they going to evade?
Well, they hit on green.
Greens or swords if they evade on the greens.
They're going to evade.
Greens. He's evading. And nothing.
So 2?
Yep.
That's cool.
And that's my turn. So now it's Virgil's turn.
So they'll be back. Don't you worry about
That's all.
Yeah. They'll be back. Don't you worry about that. I'm kind of glad you moved those guys.
Around my calf and I just start peppering them.
I'm kind of glad you guys did those guys. Yeah, I can't. They can move and attack though, right? They can't attack, move and attack though.
They can do it, but only with 1 die. Throw javelins. Definitely move them up.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so they're all gonna shoot there.
Yeah, just do
so just roll all 3 at once on blue.
Give me 1 blue at least, man. I get so many. Nothing.
Nothing.
I hate that blue. Blue's my least favorite color. I need to inspire. I need to inspire because this card needs to be something. What the fuck? Okay. So, what luck, man? What luck if I got over here?
All right, so
Worthless cards. That's what I have. I have worthless cards, by the way. If you guys are wondering, my cards are worthless.
Yeah, right. His hand's been way better than mine. I'm gonna do a mounted charge here. So how many cav units? I got all. I can move up to all 4 of my remaining cav here.
3. Oh, 4, you right.
Yeah, right there. Too. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with them now.
You should do that, man. You should do that. I need you. Maybe that. Okay.
Move them up.
You attacking?
Of course I'm attacking. So let's do them first. So
okay.
They're gonna get 3 die. They'll hit on
evade.
Reds. You can't evade.
Okay.
Heavy cav. But you got a stronger battle back than me. So they're gonna hit on reds, your swords. Nothing. 1 hit and a retreat, but you can ignore that flag because leader. So now you can battle back with 4 die. and you'll hit on leaders, swords, or blues.
I mean that this is part of the group. I'm gonna pick up with that one.
Leaders, swords, or blues. And you got 4 hits. Ouch. I knew I should have maybe not done that. So, okay, that unit's wiped out. You get a battle flag. And then you do a leader loss check with 1 dice. If it's another leader, he's dead. No. So they're going to evade.
Right into the group.
He can't go sideways, I don't think. So he has to go there.
And did you attack with anybody else?
No. So now I got 3 dice, all good. So 3, we're going to try and finish them off. So on blues or swords, nothing, but he can ignore that flag. That was not a good roll. I was really depending on that. So you get 4 die on your battle back, and it will be leaders, swords, or blue. And that's 2. So that's it. It's your turn.
Okay.
He's going to order 2 units center. Which ones did you do? Those 2? So he ordered his Numidian cav up, and looks like he's charging my Velates with his heavy cav there.
Yes, I am.
So, you gonna shoot first, or
yes, I am.
Who are you gonna shoot at?
I'm shooting for a better card first. I'm shooting for a better card. Yes, I'm shooting for. Okay.
All right. So, which target? We can do those 3. Obvious. It's obvious.
Oh yeah, the dead guy over there.
So they move. They only get 1 die. On green.
Okay.
Nothing. And now you're gonna get 4 die. I'm gonna evade, so only on green. Nothing. So now it is my turn. I'm gonna order 3 units center. 3 units center. So, well, I want to do this. I really need them battle flags from them. I want to go in and suicide rush again.
I suicide you.
I really do. It's hard to do anything when all I have is light infantry and I'm outclassed in cav. There we go, right there. That's 1.
How many you say you got moved?
That's 2, 3. And I'm going to activate this unit too.
You should do that.
They're going to shoot at that cav with 2 die on red. Nothing. They're going to shoot at the leader unit with 1 die on red. Come on. Nothing. And they're going to shoot with 1. All I need is 1 red for that guy, man. Here we go. Come on, Pugilus. Get you guys moving. Nothing. And that will likely spell doom for me, but we'll see what Virgil's going to play. Leadership, any section. So you have that leader, but he's only adjacent to him, so he could activate him, him, and him. So those 3 units are you activating? So, all right. He has 2 heavy units and 1 unit. They could stand and shoot and just get 2 die.
Yes.
And what do you do your movement first? So what are you going to do with them?
You know what I'm going to do with these guys.
Charge.
Yes. Need you even ask?
They could stand there and hit them if you wanted to.
They could?
Yeah, because they're already linked. They're already adjacent, so they don't even have to move. They can just attack. But what are you going to do with them?
Oh.
You're going to move them. Which one space you going to move them? Then they could attack them or them. Either one. So
shooting
2 die.
Hold on, I need to post some real cards real quick. Why did he give me that card?
You love it.
You love it.
2 die on green, trying to take out that last Nailete that's been there forever. Nothing. Alright, you gonna attack with them or them first? Them? Alright, so you get 4 die. And you'll hit on blues, swords, or leader. Nothing, but you gotta retreat. So medium cav, retreat 3. 1, 2, 3. And then they attack. 4 die. Who are you attacking?
What do I have to roll to kill those guys?
Blues or swords, or greens and swords. I can evade with either one of them, which I'm going to. So who are you attacking?
Oh, I want them out the way. I don't care
So
about
I'm
those
going
guys.
to evade with the medium cav, so he's only going to hit on blue, 4 die. Nothing.
Works for me though, as long as you're out of my sight. So he gets back there, Satan. Give me worthless cards though. I ain't right.
I'm just going to order 2 units center. And yeah. So I'm going to activate them and them because I don't want them to get sucked in close combat. So we'll shoot with them first. On 2 die, I need reds. All I need is 1 red. Nothing. And then they're going to shoot at them on reds. All I need is 2 reds.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay, works for me.
And now it's going to be Virgil's turn. Virgil is going to play order 3 units left, which would be those 3. That's it.
You 4, won't they?
Yep, up to 4. You get them up there, start shooting. They can shoot at them. Oh, that's good. That's good. And they can charge in and mess up them. And then you can bring them up right there to have clear line of sight to them too. So
I'm just trying to corner you in. I'm just trying to make sure that you stay in the box, man.
I personally, what I would do is I would attack with them first
and see where it goes.
Because then you can momentum, and then you can wipe out them too, and then you can use them to shoot at them.
Flank in.
Yeah.
All right. So how many dice am I holding for these guys? 4. Let me get one more.
Yeah. And they'll hit on. They're gonna evade, so only on greens.
Okay, that's right, because that open spot.
Yeah. But they're wiped out anyway.
But they're wiped momentum.
Yep. So get your battle flag too. So they get momentum, and they're gonna attack there as well.
On blues.
They cannot evade because their 2 rear spaces are taken up. So blues or swords. Yes. And they got the 1 blue they needed, so that's another battle flag. And he needs 1 more battle flag to win this. You did activate them, they can shoot. Okay. They moved, so you only get 1 die on green.
I don't know what you're going for, though. You still going for I know. You think I'm stupid ice, too.
Oh, man, how cheap is that?
How cheap is that?
He got it. All right, so
oh, did I draw a card? Please I didn't draw a card. I need 1 more card. Yes. Give me something. Okay. I can live with that. I can live with that.
I'm going to leadership any section. I'm getting rather limited in my commands right now, but leadership any section plus 3. It's going to be these 3 right here.
Okay.
They're
aiming for him. They're aiming for him. They're aiming for him. I get it. Don't worry. It's so exciting.
I couldn't live much longer, man. I swear. We're just. Well, we might as well.
Ooh, so thank you, man. He said I need 1 more left.
He's gonna shoot there with 2 die on red. Didn't get it.
Okay, I know, bro. I know what he's going for.
I know. They're gonna shoot there on red, and didn't get it. They are going to attack there. Are they gonna evade?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so it's gonna. You sure? Because I mean, I might wipe them out, but probably not, and then they'll get to attack back.
What's it on colors they hit on those?
I will hit on greens or swords, and if you battle back, you'll only hit on blues. You'll get 2 die. I'll get 3 die.
Blues and swords. Greens and swords. You say blue, green and swords.
On you, yeah, and then to attack me, you only hit on blues, and you only have 2 die.
Yeah, we'll retreat.
Okay. Only on greens. He's evading.
Yeah,
nothing.
Okay.
So evade.
2.
Yep.
I could live with that. What I have planned.
Okay, and that's it. So it's Virgil's turn.
We're gonna continue that same front. We're gonna continue that same front.
Order 4 units left, so all you have is those 2. That's it.
Okay. So they can move and attack though, right?
Yep.
They can move 2 and attack, right? No.
You can just move them there and shoot with 1 die, and then they get 2 die on their attack.
Okay.
So you just roll all 3 if you're going to. So he's 1 die with him, 2 die with him. They're throwing javelins at this Velite. So he's going to get a total of 3 die, and it'll be on green.
Okay. I haven't seen that card before.
And he got 1 out of it. So there's 1. And he can pretty much just pick on that unit because all he needs is 1 more flag or that unit.
I've been waiting for that guy.
Either one would be pretty good. And I'm really SOL here in terms of my options. So I'm going to play a line command. And
But then
I'm just going to take both these guys and shoot at them. So 4. Oh, you know what? No. I'm going to take both those guys and shoot at him. So the first unit right here on red. Nothing. Second unit on red. Come on, man. Been throwing javelins the whole game at him.
Now he won't land.
All right.
What's that?
Rally. Roll dice equal to command for each unit type or leader symbol rolled. 1 unit of the appropriate type and an adjacent unit to the leaders. Replace a block. So you roll 5 dice, and for each unit type or leader symbol or whatever unit, let's say you roll 5 die, you get a blue. You can replace a blue block onto a blue. If you roll red, you could put red units there or whatever. I would just look for a card to finish me off, dude.
Yeah, I can't. I can't use that because I don't have any infantry troops. Okay, do you understand that? I can't use that because I don't have none of these people. Do you understand that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now hold on. I got 2 of them. Okay. So look. Hold on. I ain't got no leaders over there. So what do you think I have?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's the only thing I can do.
Okay. So take 5 die, and then he's gonna play a rally card. So
he didn't want to though. Okay. That'll work better right there.
Has to be in or adjacent to leader's hex. So only reds or leader symbols will count, but you can refill blocks on those 2 units. Or green, you can refill him. So you're looking for reds, leaders, or green. So you got 3. So you get 2. You can replace that up to full or give him 1 and him 1. So, okay, he just rallied back his heavy cav pretty strong. And then you have a leader symbol, and you could use that for another red for him, or you could put a green on him and fill them back up.
I don't trust you, man.
He just rallied all of his heavy cabs.
I don't trust you for nothing.
Which pretty much spells my doom. Did you draw your 5th card?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was bullshit. Don't worry. You're safe.
So now it is going to be my turn. My options are pretty limited here. So
I like how you flash across. Like, look at
order
this.
3 unit center. And these two are going to shoot at them. So, and then they are going to shoot back at your leader here. So, first we'll do them. They each get 2 die. They're shooting at the heavy cav. So on reds, 1.
Okay, leader time.
And leader, who's going to shoot 2 die on the heavy cav. 1.
Okay.
Yeah, now I get it.
I lost my game. That's what you basically telling me. My turn?
Now it's your turn, yeah. And he's going to do a coordinated attack. Issue orders to 1 unit and or leader in each section. And hold on just a second. I need to restart this segment so I don't run out of footage. Okay, we're back. I had to restart it so I didn't run out of footage. It's limited for some strange reason. But anyway, he's playing a coordinated attack, so he can do 1 unit in each section. And I mean, right off the bat, I would probably charge with them into there.
I was looking which one can charge.
And then you could have one of them activate to throw at them just in case.
And then these guys can charge into that guy.
Yep.
Okay, we'll start the throwing phase first.
Okay, so they're going to get 2 die. And on green, that's game. Nothing. Okay, so you got 2 close combats. Them, they're going to attack. I'm going to evade, so you'll get 4 die. You'll hit on green.
Where are they going to evade to?
Back 1. You can evade just 1, only if that's the only option. But then you can momentum and then still attack. And it doesn't matter anyway, because he just hit it and got his 6 battle flag. And that's a game, so I think the Romans held up a little bit better than they did historically, but, you know, there was only so much I could do. I had, I could have used first strike, but it really wouldn't have mattered. Order 2 units right. I didn't have anybody over there. Double time's only for foot soldiers. That's all light infantry. And they can't shoot range combat if I would have used that, so it's pretty worthless. And I just drew order 3 units left, so I
don't let you think you feel bad. Look what I have.
Yeah, he was pretty waterlogged too. So Virgil had in his hand, he had 2 medium troop cards, which he doesn't even have any medium troops. He had a double time. He didn't even have any foot troops. And he had inspired right leadership, and he didn't have a leader on his right side. So basically, for the last several times, he was playing off of 1 card. So yeah, he was, I think, worse off than I was in terms of options. But still, you know, I think overall his troop quality was just much better than mine. Anyway, that'll do it for Ticinus River, and maybe we'll see you next time.
You will.